Hi, everybody, and welcome into Cannata's in the Kitchen. Harry McCullough, along with our chefs. Of course, Georgie Caslow, Jorge. Georges. If it's a hurricane, we call him all. Of course, Tony DeSalvo. How you doing, Tony?
Pretty good,
What's going on, big man?
Just great.
We're talking turkey today, right?
We're talking turkey.
And we do have, of course, all have produce. Still got a lot of great things going on, but it's starting to be Thanksgiving time. We're talking turkey.
We're talking a lot of turkey today. Now, let me just come over here. I'll tell you, we have the best produce in the neighborhood.
Absolutely.
Everybody knows it. I've got a few items on sale, some navel oranges, some carrots for cooking with for the holiday. I've got some two types of onions on sale, green onions and yellow onions. Now, let me move over to this item here. I've got a beautiful cranberry dressing. Okay, and this was homemade.
Right.
Just a little something extra. It's a beautiful side dish for your holiday meals.
Right, everybody loves cranberry.
A little lagniappe just to get the non-turkey you just fed. A stuffed pork loin. Just something a little bit different for your holiday.
That looks good. And nice big chops. Yeah, it looks great.
Looks great. It's got a beautiful spiral.
Right.
Now, the star of the show today, this is going to be what we're talking about. This is about a 10, 12 pound turkey. Okay. Now, we will roast it, we will smoke it, we will bake it, and we'll fry it for you. So you can have this turkey any way you like. You come into the store, you sit with one of our party planners. We've got a whole catering department, and you just sit down with one of them and tell us how you would like. We've got about 4 or 5 types of vegetables.
Bake it, roast it, fry it. Not all the
Either
same
way.
burger, right?
No. Not all at the same time, not with the same turkey. But if you tell me I want 4 turkeys and I want one each way, that's what you'll get. Now, I know Tony's chomping at the bit to get started. Let me just let you know, he's going to do some fresh vegetables. He's got some beautiful string beans. And he's got a dressing he's going to make. We've got mirliton on sale. We have a rice dressing that Tony's going to make, and the rice dressing has our green onion sausage along with ground beef. Go ahead, Chef.
Right. A cast iron or just a regular skillet, whatever your choosing is. A little bit of olive oil. We'll start with some onion, celery, bell pepper, a little bit of garlic. Start them sauteing. Once you start to cook down a little bit, you'll add, any of your choosing. If you just want to go with straight ground beef, go with straight ground beef. But any of our sausage, you could take out the case and just add to really any dish. Got another layer of flavor.
Now this is going to be to cook the meat.
To cook the meat, right.
Okay. Now, we talked last week a little bit about stuffing. This is not a stuffed
As you know,
turkey, right?
This is not a stuffed turkey. Well, we're not talking about that just this morning.
We were talking about it this morning. You don't want all those foodborne illnesses. Everything's going to be cooked.
You want to cook everything to its correct temperature, time, and when you stuff something inside of something else, it might throw off the temperature.
Correct.
Exactly. So you want to cook it separately. Most of our guests and our customers are aware of that. And if you want to cook separately, and you tell us later on, well, we want it separately, but we want it on the same platter, or could you cook them individually? We don't do that regularly, but basically our guests come in and tell us what they want. Right. This turkey is not dressed now. Now, we have a rice dressing, okay, which is beautiful, and that's going in the mirliton, and that's what the chef's working on right now.
Right. So that's mirliton. So those things grow around here pretty good, right?
They grow around here pretty good. They grow in Latin America. They grow in a tropical climate. And in Spanish, they call it chayote.
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 I see. That's not something you smoke, right? No, that's
no.
Chayote.
I'll tell you, we got some beautiful desserts here, too, for the holiday. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but having to bring a German chocolate cake today and a cookie cake. And then I've got a drizzled marble, how do we call this?
Chocolate marble drizzle cake.
And it's really beautiful. You can just take a look at it. You'll see how nice this looks. And then we've got some bread. We call it pull-apart bread, but really it's a French dough.
And
it's a French bread dough.
Right, but it looks like rolls, and you pull it apart, and each person...
Exactly, and of course we've got little gift old-fashioned fruit cakes. But you know, we're so much more than the old-fashioned fruit cake that our dessert menu is incredible.
Right.
So we ask you to sit down and talk to us when you're planning your meal.
You can. I mean, that used to be such a staple, too, when you talk about fruitcake. And you know what? You know, as the greatest generation we talk about, that was like the fruitcake generation. And really, those folks are all kind of passing away now. This is probably something that's maybe lost for a lot of folks, is that tradition of fruitcake.
And, you know, there's lots of jokes about the fruitcake generation, and fruitcake being the typical dessert.
Right.
Or if you wanted an inexpensive dessert and you were giving it to someone who maybe at the office wasn't really
that less desirable gift.
Say it?
Right.
That less desirable gift.
You heard it? A less desirable gift. Very eloquent.
But it's still very traditional.
Right? Where are you with this, Chef?
And I still like to sneak a piece.
Went ahead and added the, sorry, Harry.
Yeah, no problem.
Added the sausage mixture and the ground beef. Go ahead and brown that off with the vegetables. When we do come back from break, we'll go ahead and add the rice and everything, kind of finish it off.
Okay. That looks good. So we're going to put rice into that, and that'll be our you know.
It'll also be a side dish, and it'll also be the stuffing for the melitons.
Okay. Now, you already cooked the rice, so that's not something, you're not going to put broth and,
no.
You know, we've seen y'all do that too. It all goes into one and comes out looking great.
We're trying to show your at-home cook a few shortcuts. You know, yeah, you can sit there for 45 minutes, or you can take 15 minutes and do your rice ahead of time and just throw it in there, have a nice little stuffing, nice little dressing together.
Okay. Well, let's cook that. Let's go ahead and take a break. And I tell you, when we come back, we'll of course show you the website that you can get on. And I tell you, that's something we need to mention too. I got a great email that talked about all the special things that are at Cannata's. You can do it that way. They'll send you alerts and tell you all the stuff that you can go and get for your Thanksgiving meal. But we'll do that all when we come back in this edition of Cannata's in the Kitchen.